Hello. Hello. It's Dr. Ayagari. Thank you for joining me this afternoon on my Facebook Live. I just thought that I would go over some hot topics that keep coming up in my practice. I have a friend joining me today, my teddy bear. My husband gave it to me as one of the first gifts. That's a nice keepsake. And I'm in my comfy clothes because we're going to talk about sleep. I'm an outpatient pediatrician. I've done inpatient and outpatient for about 20 years. And it's funny, this topic comes up over and over. And it's funny how sleep has been perceived. Many people think it's a waste of time, you're missing out. But I don't think people quite realize how important it is, and it's not a waste of time. First of all, what is sleep? It's a state where your body goes into that, so you're not aware of most things, but you do have a subconscious mind that's aware. But you're getting rest from usually a stressful day. And it's a state where it facilitates growth, especially important for babies, and it facilitates repair, which greatly helps your immune system. I get a lot of questions from parents about what's the appropriate amount of sleep. And honestly, it depends on your age. When you are in a state of rapid growth, you end up sleeping a lot. So that first year for babies, especially newborns, they can sleep up to 18 to 20 hours a day. They wake up to eat, they go back to sleep. Why? Because they're growing so fast. Toddlers, less sleep, but they still take their naps and they need about 15 hours. It's a lot to maintain their energy levels and their growth. They're very busy all day, very active, climbing. Middle school, teenagers, their hormones and rhythm changes a little, so their sleep is shifted, but they need at least 8-9 hours. So it's a time of repair. It helps your mood, and it actually helps your learning and memory. People that are well rested, they actually do better in school and on tests. And I noticed in high school it was worth it for me to get up at 5 a.m. and to go to bed early versus staying up till 3 and getting it all done because I was still groggy the next day. And as anybody knows, if you're groggy the next day, your mood is off, irritability, your ability to handle stress is off, your whole day just doesn't feel right. A lot of the teens are coming in, we do these questionnaires that talk about how they're feeling, what their mood is, and really it's a screening for depression. What I found is a lot of times the scores are high, and when I really delve in, it's not that they're actually depressed, it's that they're exhausted. But it's interesting how a lot of that overlaps. There was a famous study that was done with adults. They previously did not have any diagnosis, so the researchers had them stay awake for a few days. At the end of those 3 days, they were acting like people who did have a psychiatric or mental health disorder. So this is just a small glimpse into how much sleep is important. I'm not saying the entire cause is that with mental illness, but a lot of times you will hear that their sleep is off. They're having a difficult time. And another thing that is interesting about sleep is that it repairs your body. So any little injuries, your immune system, all of that is getting repaired, natural killer cells. People that get enough sleep, they wake up and they are not as sick as other people. My family always teases me that I love my sleep, and I think it's true. I do enjoy sleeping. But also I think that with the nature, especially in healthcare, of running around, you're handling other issues, you're trying to multitask all day, you're in a busy office, there's a lot going on at the same time, and you don't realize how much energy you expend. Working at home, yeah, you're at home, but you're still using your brain and using a lot of energy. Sorry about that. Um, it's an interesting thing I found out about cancer. You have more cancer-causing cells that appear when you're sleep deprived. Um, you have more stress when you're sleep deprived, less memory, more moodiness, um, and the pathways for learning and memory are impaired if your sleep is impaired. So the next topic is, well, what's a good sleep ritual? What can I do? And I think that what you can do is honestly unplug from electronics as much as you can, at least an hour before, and just pick up a regular book, maybe painting, drawing, things like that. That might help a lot just to relax your mind, because if it's going with social media and other topics in the news, which it is a tumultuous time, you have to give yourself a break because you can't do anything about it just ruminating. You have to unplug. And then turning out the lights, getting into comfortable clothes. I've got my trusty pajamas here. I love these. They make me feel really relaxed. Maybe a cup of tea and just, melatonin is a sleep aid. It's harmless and it can help as well. The only exception to, as far as sleep issues go, is you can try one of those guided meditations, which typically is on your iPhone, and that can help you a lot. So I think that, if people concentrated more on sleep, don't worry about missing out, focus on yourself and just your rest, that you can accomplish everything you want to accomplish and don't worry about missing anything. So this is my tips for sleep. I'm happy to chat or entertain comments or questions. Okay, well, happy Friday. Thank you very much. If you found this useful, please share with your family and friends. I'm with Brodocs, and I am available for consultation. Thank you, and have a happy Friday.